Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 2022 F-250 and the 2022 F-350. In the first part of the video we're going to go over the new specs for both of the trucks, then we're going to get into why this really matters, and then we're going to finish things up with whether or not you should get a 2022 F-250 or F-350. And with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. So I'm sure the first question on all of your minds is the F-250 and F-350 going to be redesigned like the F-150 was for the 2021 model year? And sorry to disappoint you, the answer is no. It's just getting a slight refresh, I guess is the best way to put it. So the new stuff that is happening for the 2022 model year with both of the vehicles is, first off, they are getting the 12-inch display that you can get in the new F-150. So we've got that cool piece of tech that's being added, and this is to help it compete against Ram with their 12-inch display. And that's not going to be standard, that's just an option that you can get. You do have to get a Lariat or above to get that particular screen. And then on top of that, we do get an additional appearance package with both of the trucks, and that is the Lariat Sport Appearance Package. It's built off of the Lariat package, and what it does is it makes the bumpers body colored, the grille as well. It gives you nice chrome exhaust tips, and it's just, again, pretty much an appearance package. And also it makes the mirrors body colored as well. Forgot about that. And then the black appearance package will now be available on the XLT, so you don't have to get a Lariat to get this package, which is pretty cool. It's lowering the cost of entry to have a cool blacked out truck. And then there's going to be new colors for the exterior and the interior. So interior color, there's Baja for the Lariat, and then navy pear and light slate for the Limited, and then a new Atlas blue exterior color. And I'll try to find pictures online of all of these colors. Sorry if I'm not able to, but again, I'll try to find pictures of what these look like. The Baja interior, pretty interesting is what I will say. Aside from that, nothing else is changing with the trucks. They're still going to have the same headlight and taillight design, same body style, all that kind of stuff. Power and performance is unchanged. And I know that you guys thought that Ford would increase the torque figure since Ram just came out with a newer iteration on the Cummins where it puts out, I think it's about 420 horsepower and then 1,075 pound-feet of torque. Ford is still sticking with the 475 horsepower and 1,050 pound-feet of torque for the Power Stroke. And then again, the 7.3 and then the 6.2 as well are unchanged. So everything from a powertrain perspective is the same. Just again, you get those new appearance packages. And yeah, that's pretty much everything in terms of the updates for the F-250 and the F-350. Now let's get into why this matters. Now, the two most important changes in my mind are that 12-inch display and then also the black appearance package. Now the reason that these are so important is, first off, on the 12-inch display side of things, it puts Ford in direct infotainment system competition with Ram because, well, now they both have 12-inch displays in their heavy-duty trucks. Obviously, people have preference of one over the other because of the whole design layout and everything. With the infotainment system in the F-250 that is coming directly from the F-150, right, you still get the split screen function just like Ram, still get really good response time, and obviously it's massive, but then it's horizontal, whereas the Ram's is vertical. And then also with the Ram, you have like the climate controls on the side and then controls down below, whereas a lot of stuff is just directly inside the infotainment system with this 12-inch display from Ford. So there are some key differences, and so people are obviously going to prefer one over the other, but the fact that they both have large infotainment systems is great. And again, this change puts it in direct competition with Ram, which is good. Now that black appearance package I think is really important because, again, it just keeps increasing every single year in terms of the need and want to have a sportier looking truck. And so Ford is obviously listening, and I mean, so many people went for that black appearance package with the Lariat, and so they understand that people want that package, but they don't want to have to pay Lariat prices. And so I think that's really important. They bring down the price of that package by offering it with the XLT. My hope is that eventually you'll be able to get the black appearance package across the lineup. So if you want to buy, for example, a Limited, but you don't want to have all the chrome, black appearance package Limited. Or if you want to have a basic work truck interior because you don't care about bells and whistles, then you could get an XL, and then again, black appearance package. Hopefully they end up doing that in the near future because it's a really cool package, right? Because it darkens the logos, it gives you black wheels as well, and body color bumpers, and just makes the truck look cool and just a little bit sportier. Now, aside from that, I guess something that isn't as important but is a little bit disappointing is the fact that they aren't updating the powertrain. I kind of expected them to do something because Ford always answers Ram. I mean, when Ram came out with the high output version of the Cummins for the 2019 model year and said that it's going to have 1,000 pound-feet of torque, Ford delayed the release of their truck until they had over 1,000 pound-feet of torque so that they could say that they still had the best in-class torque. And so I thought that since Ram said, hey, guess what, we have 1,075, we have best in-class torque, that Ford would come back for 2022 and say, we have 1,100 pound-feet, but they're not doing anything. Now, the reason I think they're not doing anything is because they're probably going to fully redesign the F-250 and F-350 soon, probably for the 2023 model year, maybe 2024 because of all of the delays with COVID and everything. But I think that's why they're doing that. Again, still disappointing, but I think that's why they're doing it. And so I think it'll be worth the wait, because when this new fully redesigned F-250 and F-350 come out, it'll probably have even crazier torque figures, and maybe we'll finally get a diesel truck from the factory with over 500 horsepower as well. I think that's what they're going to shoot for. I bet they're going to have shoot for over 1,100 pound-feet of torque and then over 500 horsepower. And obviously, I probably need to make a video about that. But let's get into whether or not you should look into purchasing the new F-250 or F-350. So first off, if you're looking for extra capability, the new trucks are not going to have any extra capability, so it won't be worth it if that's what you're looking for in terms of that with the truck, right? It's not going to tow anymore. It's not going to have a higher payload capacity. Gas mileage is unchanged. All of that is completely unchanged. But if you've been looking to get obviously the black appearance package with a lower cost truck, then great, you should get 2022 because you can get with the XLT. Or if you love that sport appearance package, then you can get that with the 2022. Again, that's new with those interior colors, and then that new exterior color, that tickles your fancy, right, then it'll be worth it. And then if you're kind of more of a techier person and you really want that 12-inch display, then again, it'll be worth it to get the 2022. But again, I guess the one thing that I really kind of want to hit home on is they're probably going to fully redesign this truck pretty soon. And so understand, if you go and get one of these 2022s, there's obviously not a guarantee, but a pretty big chance that there's going to be an all-new truck the next year or maybe the year after that. And so just understand that the truck that you're buying now is probably going to get outdated pretty quickly with what's happening. Again, no confirmation on that, but that's what it looks like. But that's going to sum things up for today's video with going over the new F-250 and F-350. Sadly, there wasn't a whole lot for us to go over in today's video, but at least we're getting some minor updates, I guess, for the trucks. But if you are stopping for the first time, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, comment down below what you think, and then if you do feel like my videos are of value to you, I'm going to include a link to my Patreon in the description down below. I'd really appreciate your support over there, and I'll see you guys.